What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Team AIProd, episode 4, I believe it is. Episode 4, where I take you through a raw live game of John Madden football. And speaking of John Madden, he's my left tackle. So I'm going to do a bit of a lineup update here. At quarterback, I'm using Michael Vick. His release is so buttery. I love this card. Much better than Herbert. Just absolutely great. Also, this is a voiceover, so timing might be a little off sometimes because my recording crashed a little. Give me a second. At running back, I'm using Gus and Tony. No questions asked. OBJ, Marquez, and Kadarius Toney at receivers. Tony G and Gronk at tight end. On the O-line, I'm running Lane Johnson, Will Shields, Jason Kelsey, Ben Powers, and John Madden. Speaking of Tony G, he's actually like a really underrated card. As there you see, I go over my 5 linemen. On the defensive line, I've got Reggie White, John Madden, Brian Breesy, and Groot. I've got Maniac, Willie Lanier, Mike Singletary, and Mike Vrabel. A lot of these guys will touch the field when I go into my 4-6, which is what the defense that I run to stop the run. Groot and Maniac, I run them because of their pre-lit X factors. They dominate all offensive linemen. There was a game where Groot actually had 7 sacks before the guy rage quit in the third quarter. That should tell you all you need to know. Reggie White, I play him at D tackle, so John Madden doesn't get as many reps. Deion Sanders, Kendall Fuller, and Jamel Dean at corners. Eric Berry, Javon Holland, Jordan Poyer, Derwin, and Ryan Neal at sub linebacker, hiding in my specialists. I'm actually going to go over my abilities here. I've got red zone, route tech, short end on Tony. I've got threat detect, secure protector on John Madden, nasty streak identifier on Will Shields. I'm going to go back over them here, and this time I would say their names, but Then route tech short out on OBJ, and that's a theme with my receivers, route tech short out. Nasty streak secure on Ben, short in on Tony P, edge pro on Lane. Omaha, fearless, set feet, hot route, and dashing dead eye on Vic. Freight train, tank, and bruiser on Gus the Bus. Nasty streak on Jason Kelsey. Short in on Gronk. And then Kadarius Toney has short in elite. Rest of those guys don't really play that much. On defense, I have pick artist, flat zone, acrobat on Deion. Inside stuff, double or nothing, no outsiders on Reggie. Inside stuff on John Madden. Pick artist on Jamel Dean. Reinforcement, pick artist, tackle supreme and out my way. Use the reinforcement and X Factor can shut down King Henry. Flat zone, pick artist, acrobat on Kendall Fuller. Pick artist, and then pick artist deep out zone KO on Jordan Poyer. Pick artist deep out zone on Eric Berry. Then we've got unstoppable force, edge threat elite on both Maniac and Groot. Groot has no outsiders, Maniac has inside stuff. Both run sheds on Mike Vrabel. Pick artist John Javal on Holland, and no outsiders on Carl Banks, which I don't actually go over. But those are the abilities that I run. Sorry if I spoke really fast. You can rewind if you want to hear that better. And I think we're going to hop into the game soon. And, let's go. So, in the game, I've got Vic, OBJ, and Marquez in my top. And he has Keenan, OBJ, and Pat Surtain. So, what he does is he has 2 Eagles chems on both Keenan and OBJ. But it doesn't actually look as if he runs an Eagles theme team. I'm going to go with return middle here, as I always do. And let's see. I think he kicks the ball off to my fullback. Yep. Sonklers is going to return this, and I'm going to lateral it to Kadarius. Just something that I do often. Sometimes it doesn't work. And then, I go to bunch tight end, sub OBJ in for Kadarius, and then Kadarius in where Gronk was for a second there. And then I go with PA boot. So here's a play that I run often. What I do is I run PA boot over, and I put a drag out of my tight end. I block my halfback. I put a crosser on Marquez, and then I motion him over. This is a great route combo versus man coverage, and I end up driving down the field with this. And you see how I had everything open there, but I decided to throw the one route that wasn't. Yeah, that was probably pretty stupid. So I think I go right back to the same play here, and I do. So again, block Tony P, crosser on Marquez, and motion him over. I think I do actually hit him for a chunk play with Marquez Valdes-Scantling here. Because see how he just toasted his man? Yeah. And then he runs backward. I try stop and go, and it doesn't work since he clicked off. I go hurry up right here. Again, right back to the same play. Because since my opponent's man coverage cannot stop a thing right now. And so Marquez is still kind of open. I just need to get it under that safety, which I do. And I go right back to hurry up here, which is probably not very smart. I double team the middle, and I run with Tony P. And we get rocked down to the 2-yard line. And this is where I go to stretch here. And I think Gus is in, but he's not. So that might have just spoiled the play here. I'm sorry if that did happen. I probably should have just double teamed the no outsiders that's on Reggie White. And then I run that play, and we get rocked, and we're on the inch line. So I think he calls that timeout, which is lucky for me since I get to go to fullback dive and get a really, really easy touchdown. Or so I thought. Zonklers gets hit, fumbles, and he returns it back out to the 9. That is, crazy. He shoots it so well, and Zonka fumbles on the 1-yard line. Me, personally, I think they should tune down fumbles on the 1-yard line as he comes out and trips tight end. Base, play ball, option, aggressive, 25 flats, 5 curl flats, and 5 hooks. I sub in Maniac on the edge and Reggie White into D-tackle. I pinch, I think I guess pass here. And that's normally what I do against a run guy. And so I go back to my regular defense. I motion out Javon Holland so that he can play his deep middle better. And often what they do in this formation is they do run that double in play. So what you want to do in that case, which is what I do, is I keep Javon Holland in his deep middle just in case. But I keep Jamel Dean in his hook zone as he tries to hit me deep with that crosser, and it does not work at all. So I'm going to go back to that same defense here, and I'm going to keep Jamel Dean just in that hook curl, and I put Derwin James back in his flat, and it works incredibly well since he gets a pick and returns it for 6. That was great defense as I go back to the stretch alert. I don't remember whether or not we get this here, but he comes out in 3-3, which is not smart. Since he shut it down last time with his other defense, so I don't understand why he changed it. Maybe he just didn't like the personnel he would have had on that field. As I sky kick to the fullback, as always. Again, if you've missed out, I don't have the AKA cards anymore. I try to get a hit on Zonka, and it doesn't work. He gets back out to his own 35. And I'm going to see about going back to the cover 2 drop here. And I think I guess pass here. And he motions over Carmichael with the out route. And he tries that dig, but he goes deep, and that's a pick. So at this point, I'm thinking we're going to get a rage quit. Because we're in a really good spot here. And I'm just trying to run up the middle, and we get a flattening pancake from Nasty Streak. That was Will Shields. So I quickly go back to that same play here. But this time I'm going to run it with a play action. And I lowball that to Thaddeus Moss. Oftentimes their user will forget about that backside curl, and it's just wide open. So what I do is I go to this level switch play here, which is very good against cover 3, but as you can probably notice, he's not running cover 3. This ends up being cover 2 man, and so I don't really have anything open here. I get a good animation with Tony. It was the right throw, and I pick up the first down. And here I take it to the quarter, and then I get back out with level switch again. I restart my clip because Madden won't let you clip over 4 minutes. What I do here is I come back out in level switch. I double team the Maniac, and knowing that X Factor is overpowered, and if I don't double team him, he will ruin my day. I get a really nice playmaker to Kadarius Toney, but with dashing Deadeye, Vic gets an on the run and accurate. That's sad. So I decide to go QB draw here, double team his inside stuff, hope that we can block his user, and we actually swerve and pick up 8 yards before getting tackled by Ryan Neal. Would have preferred to get a slide off there. As I'm going to go with slants here. This is one of my favorite plays, I think at least. Yeah, I corner out Tony G. They oftentimes can't defeat this route combo, as I throw the stupidest pick of my life. I lowball that corner out to Tony G, and it just goes right into his hands for the most obvious yet oblivious pick 6 ever. I don't know why I did that, so please don't ask. What I'm going to do here is just wait for him to call his play. It's goal line. I audible to the play with 2 flats here. This is how I stop them when they pass. He does pass, and I lurk him with Jordan Poyer. I try to take it back for 2 here, but he makes a really nice ankle tackle with his user. So I just get back out on the kickoff with the score being 8-6. This guy's defense is actually okay. I know people who would not be able to beat this man coverage. So as we try that lateral to Kadarius Toney again. If you're wondering why I'm voicing this over, as we go back to the bunch tight end play here, it's because I tried to do it how I normally do it as we get blown up with Tony Pollard, but he still gets fight, picks up 2 extra yards. It's because something happened and things were taking a while to download, and it wasn't really working that well with my live audio. So I just went to this, and I think it's working fine. I'm going to try this crosser to Marquez, but it's not open, and his 99 Darius Slay picks me off. In the defense of that play, though, I probably should have waited a bit and then pass-led it up, which I tried to do, but it wasn't a very good upward pass lead. Back in my regular defense here, motion out my safeties to make sure that I take away anything outside, and Reggie White, for some reason, just runs alongside him like they're running a horse race, but eventually he actually makes a tackle. Don't know what happened there. It's one of those Madden glitches. As he lowballs it to Travis Kelce. And there's the 2-minute warning. And I restart my clip here right there. He's out in gun bunch. I think I'm going to audible down. Yep, blitz that guy. And try to get some really nice edge pressure by having an unblocked guy as he throws that outside to Keenan Allen. I thought he caught that for a second. If that's Carmichael with deep out, that is 100% a catch. I make some substitutions here with 4-6 bear. Try to get all of my run sheds on the defensive line. But I'm running out of time here. So what I do is I spread my D-line and then shade underneath. It actually leaves you for best success with most inside and outside runs, as obviously we do end up blowing that play up. We're back on offense here. So what I do is I go with the stretch again, and Derwin gets blocked. I break the tackle with Tank, Gus Edwards, and then get killed. I throw the corner out to Tony G, which I audibled, and I don't get it. What I do now is, since he wasn't just in cover 3, I go to level switch, hoping that he makes that mistake again. And I don't think he does. He just comes out in regular cover 4 or cover 2 man, I think it is. I just need to block the inside stuff, and I trip. So I think I go hurry up here out of agony. You know, if you play Madden, you probably know what it's like to go hurry up just because you're mad. And I think I get boxed here. Kadarius's whip is not open. Tony G's slant isn't open. And I end up trying. And Kadarius's playmaker on the right side was open. But I got to throw it a sack because that Reggie White is still super good. He's just not as good as a pre-lit. Speaking of pre-lits, they're so good. Please go get yourself one. If you have one of those pre-lit X Factors with Edge Shred Elite, they're going to be super good. As it throws a deep bomb to the right side. Incomplete. Almost lurking with Jordan Poyer. By the way, if you are getting cover 2 beatered and your your player who is playing Javon Holland's position isn't getting back there far enough, just audible to that cover 3 drop that you see on your screen. Since he's not doing any of that, I'm just gonna keep my same coverage. I end up doing that in a couple of games I play, but not too often, as Herbert throws a haywire pass, and that's picked off by Dion, who runs into his own guy. I try to driddle and get out, but because I run into my own guy, I slow down a little, accelerate a little slower, and Jason Kelce gets me. But see how they can't beat that flat route? If you put your flats on 25, everybody's going to think, oh my God, it's cover 2, my thing's going to be wide open, and it's not. As again, we lowball that same pass to Thaddeus Moss, since he just refuses to cover it. If you ever notice your opponent refuses to guard something, always try to run it again, and if it doesn't work, then that's fine. As we throw a laser deep touchdown to Odell Beckham Jr., it's a really good cover 3 beater to have a post and then just try to pass lead it away from the safety, and it'll probably work. As I try to audible there, but I end up going back to the stretch using the reset play mechanic, and I try to get outside of him, and I do the stiff arm, but he ends up getting me on the second try. And now we're back out to start as I said, we are back out to start the third quarter. We're back out, and I sky kick it to his fullback. He is gonna do a little bit of a swerve thing with Odell, try to get some better blocks, and we end up getting him on the 26 with Zonka. Zonka on Zonka. Zonka wins. Good looks. Going with this same defense here that I ran in the first half. He runs the ball and almost gets out because I make a terrible user play with my corner. I probably could have gotten him much earlier than that, but I just don't. So, sadness. I do make the tackle with Tackle Supreme here. I'm also experimenting with Out My Way. It's not really working here, but might work in future occasions. As wow, what a play from Kendall Fuller. That's why you run Acrobat on your corners. It doesn't work. It doesn't light up as much as it used to, but when it does, it's incredible. It's just a flat to Carmichael. My flats are on 25 as he blows me up, and Kendall Fuller just somehow gets to it. Good looks there. Not good looks there. I'm going to try to go to bunch tight end, and what I'm going to do is I think I audible over to gun bunch. No, I just run that same bunch tight end play. I hope it's pretty obvious that I'm voicing over because I don't remember all the plays that I run. I motion over Marquez here. It's that man coverage again. Marquez gets bumped, so he's not open, and I end up taking a massive sack here. Thanks to Maniac just absolutely wrecking me. That's fun. I think I double team him here. And again, Marquez does get bumped, but we do not hit that to OBJ. I'm glad that he didn't get like a volleyball simulator type play here. And we try to punt here. You can notice that he's doing a punt block glitch, and he gets to. I try to run back with Derwin James, but he recovers the punt. I get swerved, and that's a touchdown. So I don't know what play he's running, whether it's straight rush or squeeze block. I'm not an expert with that as much as I am on the field goal block glitch. There's also another punt block glitch here with punt safe man, where you use the outside guy. Basically, you just have to get outside of their most outside player, and that's how you do it. So if he gets this 2-point, he ties the game. And I think we lock him down here. He almost gets a lucky play with Gus the Bus, but he gets illegal touching. I don't think he was in it anyway, and that 2-point is no good. We're going to get the ball back here. Hopefully not be forced into another punting situation, because I don't want to get wrecked. I'm gonna try the lateral, but his hit stick hits me before then. Luckily, Zonklers breaks it. I think if he had gotten hit sticked, something bad would have happened. I'm going to wing slot weak slants here as a way to attempt to beat the man coverage. Maybe hit that corner out to Tony G, and it's not open again. I realize that his user is trying to pick me off, and so I just take my yardage with Vic, praying he's not tired, and he is a little. So I'm just going to run inside zone split here, double team the middle, and run it. We get inside using the nasty streak, and I go right back to it here. Since he didn't stop it last play, I don't think he'll be able to stop it here. I do get the double team off, and then again we have a shot at getting out, but his guy disengages at the last possible second. Sadness. I try to throw this flat route here. I didn't mean to lob it, but there's been a glitch, and we just take it all the way. There was a glitch with my right bumper where I would press RB, hold it, and then press X, and it would lob it to my X receiver because it didn't get my right bumper play off. I'm going to try highballing this to Tony G since he has red zone threat, and block the halfback so that I don't have to wait, and Tony G just gets up there, which is exactly what you want with your red zone threat. And we're going to sky kick, and it goes out. I lagged terribly there. I'm serious. I know people lie about lag a lot. They think that we don't notice that they're actually lagging. I'm actually not lagging, but I was lagging there. I'm not that bad at Madden where I would just miss the kick without lag. So what I try to do here is lurk this tight end in, and we get to him using the pre-lits. We're going to try, he's calling a bunch of audibles. Again, guess pass, fake usering there, and Javon Holland picks him off. We get a really glitchy animation, and we're gone. I think this might be the final straw, so I show one more defensive drive coming up, as Javon Holland's celebration is really nice. When you don't have, the thing about having that deep middle zone is a lot of times when they don't have a deep middle route, as we get stuffed on the 2-point try. When they don't have a deep middle route, it's still possible that they will sink too far to the point where that Javon Holland will not be able to lurk the dig route. He was able to, however, and a pick results. So we again attempt the sky kick here. He does the thing with OBJ where he gets some extra blocking. We miss the hit and then get a tackle. So I hope you guys have noticed so far the types of plays that I like to run on offense. That would be gun wing slot, weak slants. I do run drive corner against cover 4 a lot, as he gets a really nice dot to Carmichael there. Gonna go back to my regular defense here. So it's mostly wing slot, weak slants, tight drive corner. He's gonna try bomb here. It's out of bounds. Also, so it's wing slot, weak slants, drive corner, PA boot over with those audibles. And if the guy has no run defense, I will run wing pair stretch. He tries the post here, and Eric Berry lurks him. He gets to it, and I try to get out here, but Travis Kelce ends up making the tackle, and he's had enough. He's out with a rage quit. So I hope you guys enjoyed me going over all of my offensive plays. Hope you all have started preparing for Easter. Since I haven't, I wasted all my coins on Ultimate Legend Packs trying to get more tokens. Wish you all the best of coin making, and that's going to be it for the video. If you like this format, like the video, and peace!